the 1st of November came and my furs have come out.
All right, I won't ask, but...
She meant to say that you show the best properties.
Me?
No, us.
Oh. But mother, it really rolled me up.
Are you having a rant?
It really rolled me up. Even the cushion flew off.
Shaun rant. Today's Garners Couch Club podcast is sponsored by Currencies Direct, helping you buy your dream home in Spain.
Well, when you're moving money abroad, exchange rates really do matter. And with Currencies Direct, you get great rates, expert guidance, and no transfer fees.
And did you know they've got 20 branches throughout Spain?
They haven't.
They have. And they've got a friendly team ready to help our clients every step of the way.
Well, who could ask for more? It's very easy to go and register with Currencies Direct. All you have to do is head over to our website, SpanishPropertyChoice.com, and on the front page you'll see a link that will take you directly to Currencies Direct, where you can register with them completely for free. So thank you very much, Currencies Direct, for sponsoring another week's episode of the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Garners Couch Club podcast.
I'm Sharon and this is Shaun of Channel 4, Sunseeing Selling Houses and Spanish Property Choice, located in the beautiful province of Costa Almeria and Costa del Sol.
Where people have obsessions with cushions. Clearly. Mother, what is this all about?
Look, the 1st of November came and my furs have come out.
All right, I won't ask, but...
I love this time of year because I now know I haven't got to shave my legs now until Easter.
Yeah, just like natural thermal warming.
And we've both got jumpers on today, so...
Well, yeah, I came thinking it's going to be nice and snug. It's like getting into the winter season and it's like 22 degrees outside.
Do you know how sad that is for us? Because, I mean, anything below 20 degrees for me is cold. But I'm even now, as I'm getting older, I'm finding 22, 23 is cold now. My hands are actually cold at the moment.
Well, we acclimatise. Whatever that was. We do acclimatise though, and I think over the years you feel it a lot more, don't you? You feel the heat a lot, and you feel the cold a lot more. But yours might just be age. They do say that.
Well, you need to speak. Yeah. I mean, you've just gone past your 35th birthday. Woo!
I'm really excited.
Oh, it's frightening. It's frightening.
Yes.
Well. You see, we're so alike. We just go on. I'll let you.
Well, we thought we would do another episode of Confessions of an Estate Agent because everyone seems to really like these episodes. It's where we ask you, our viewers, to send us in questions. We try and get through as many as possible. However, we asked this question today on our social media. If you're not following us, head over to our Facebook and our Instagram under Spanish Property Choice. And you will always see whenever we ask you to ask us questions. And the response.
Yeah, well, they're going up. Yeah. Well, I did only put it on 2 hours ago. And we've got 42 questions at the moment to answer.
Well, we normally get through about 3, so because we're that good at waffling. But also, before we get into the video, guys, I have to ask you straight away, please, 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 like this video if you do enjoy it. If you send us your question in and we answer your question, please make sure you like it and show us your love. And comment as much as you want. Always feel free to comment any questions you have in these videos and we'll read them out in the next episode of Confessions of an Estate Agent. And please subscribe to our channel because we are very, very close to hitting 2,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you very much. And
yeah, because we haven't been going very long. So we haven't been doing this very long. So we're getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's really good because it's just a good way to interact a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a lot of people now that we're talking to and having a lot of fun with, you know, so we're getting to know a lot more people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to read some names out today of the people that have commented. Doesn't have to be questions. What are you doing with my
I'm
cushions?
literally like, I don't know what to...
Do you not feel all snuggly? And I mean, you've got to admit,
I'm like, the cushions are like swallowing me.
I do love this time of year. So I don't know whether anybody's actually asked that question yet, but I almost put my Christmas tree up yesterday.
We can so do a Christmas special. I can dress as an elf. Yes. Okay, we're still going to have to do that. We'll have to like decorate and... Well, you normally do talking about Christmas and we're only in November, which doesn't mean anything because all the Christmas decorations are out by now.
Yeah.
Have you been into all the shops? Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. All the chocolates are out and everything, which is going to be great.
Yeah.
You know.
It is the season for eating.
Yeah.
But you normally do like 3 different Christmas trees around the house. So you're going to have to do a special one in here for our podcast viewers.
Well, I'm only doing one this year because I'm going away on Boxing Day.
You're going to have to do something for them.
Yeah, we'll do.
A little one on the table, maybe. A little mini Christmas tree.
Well, we've got Dan and Vicky coming over to stay here for quite a long time.
Yes,
so I shall make sure. Yeah, I shall make sure that it's festive for them. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you more about my trip as it gets closer.
Yeah, when we actually can say something. Right, go for it.
Okay, right. So, Jane Taylor, she's going awesome, awesome, awesome.
Awesome.
That's it. Just
amazing.
Awesome.
Great way to start this video. I like it.
Mark Greenwood, who's one of our top fans, he's been with us a long time, Mark
I
has.
recognise that name.
Yeah, he's just said, have a lovely day, Sharon and family. Kiss, kiss.
Hello, I'm here.
He did say, and family. He does always ask about you. I have a lot of private messages from Mark, and he always says, how's Shaun? And, you know, tell him I've been in touch. So it's very nice.
And what did you say? He's tired, gaunt and ill.
Don't start me on that again. I'm just praying that nobody's asked a question about our diet or anything like that, or my meltdown last week, or else,
Go and watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where we tell you all about it.
Right, Kathleen Craft. I watch it every day and love your family.
Ah,
which is very nice. Thank you, Kath.
Thank you for the comment.
Actually, it's not Kathleen, it's Kathleen. Kathleen. Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Yes, got to get that right. Anne Clark, who's another top fan, just keep on bringing us so much happiness in our lives.
Oh.
I mean, how nice is it? I mean, I told you I've got the best Facebook page.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else that's got an amazing Facebook page like ours.
But I like, obviously this is for the questions, but I also like reading these sort of comments because, hang on, there's a fly attacking me. Because when you get lots of comments on the videos and on our posts and that, but you do end up just scrolling, don't you? You just go past them and oh yeah, we love you, and oh yeah, and you kind of you take them for advantage, I think is what I'm trying to say. So it's nice to actually read them out and
it is. I mean, I do try and actually always acknowledge somebody with a heart or a care or a love, but I haven't had a chance this morning. But again, Claire Story says, think you're great, with a kiss.
Thank you, Claire.
And Zena Bacchus is saying, looking good this morning, both of you, because I put a picture of us. Actually, we did look good in the picture. We looked rough this morning.
What was the picture?
I don't know. It was one we've had done recently. So thank you very much for that. Sally Davis, how much government... Oh, here we got a question now. Right, get your knowledge going, Shaun.
Go for it.
How much government tax do you have to pay on a purchase if it's a holiday home? I know they are trying to get the 100% through, and I assume you need an NIE number to purchase a house, ?
Right, that was from Sally.
That was from Sally Davis.
Okay, so Sally, thank you for your question. So to answer you, the NIE, yes, is necessary. You have to have an NIE, which is the equivalent of like your social security, your national security number here in Spain, and you have to have that in order to purchase a property. But don't worry, because it's really, really easy to do. Your solicitor will help you get it. We'll put you in touch with the right people.
And it's done within the sales process in that time scale.
Well, they've sped up again now. I think they're only taking 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's that's the easy part. Now, regarding the tax, I mean, we've touched upon it very slightly in one of the previous episodes, but in general, your standard tax here in Andalusia, it does change per community, per province. But here in Andalusia at the moment, it's still 7%. Which they maintained since COVID, didn't they? They dropped it for the pandemic.
Yeah. Although there has been a recent change in the last few months, and some of the local villages, I think Bedar may be one of them, the tax is reduced because the government are trying to encourage people to buy in the local villages. So to do that, they're reducing the tax down. And that can be anything between 3 and 6%.
And I mean, it's not a blanket answer. That's the thing. I mean, when I purchased my first property last year, now, because at the time I was under 35 and it was my first residential property that I was buying, they halved it. I only paid 3.5% tax. So that's something to bear in mind. If you buy a new builds are 10% minimum tax. So
in this area.
In Almeria. So it does change. I mean, provinces, for example, we're not based there, but I hear people buying in like Alicante, I think.
Yeah.
And there it's more expensive. So Almeria in particular is still one of the cheapest provinces in the whole country to buy property. And
the 100% tax, well, how long is a piece of string? Because nobody knows. They've discussed it. Sanchez mentioned it. They are talking about it, but nobody knows anything, basically.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And this is why it's always difficult for us to talk about the taxes and things like that, because we've said it before in quite a few podcasts now. Things change on a day-to-day basis here in Spain. So, we might say this now, and then next week when this comes out,
it all changes
again.
Yeah.
But that's how it currently stands at the moment.
Yeah. But the 100% tax, it scared everyone.
Yeah.
And we noticed it. We had overnight hundreds of questions and emails and phone calls.
Yeah.
But the answer is there is no answer.
Yeah.
There was no answer to if they're going to implement it in the future, but we don't think so because everything went very, very quiet. And
well, the other thing that we were told as well, that the UK market were literally only going to be 2% of who would be affected of current buyers in Spain.
Yeah.
So, 2% is quite a low figure, but obviously anybody that's looking to purchase from the UK is obviously going to be worried about it. But
I mean, I've seen on some of our posts, people have actually commented, I think it might be on YouTube actually, on the podcast, and people have put, I don't know how they worded it, but basically saying we're no longer going to buy. We've put our plans on hold because of this 100% tax. It's like, no. Politics, guys. This is, they say these crazy things.
It's like what Boris Johnson said about he was going to do to the National Health Service in the UK.
Yeah.
It was all a load of bunkum, I'm sorry. Politics and religion, don't start me on that, because you really don't want to know my opinions. But again, we do have to address the fact that, they talked about Brexit. We all said Brexit would never happen.
Yes,
and Brexit happened. So we just don't know, is the simple answer. But I would certainly not put my life on hold because of it.
No.
Life is too short, and yeah. I'm not going to go into it any further because it's too much. Right, so, okay, so that was Sally's question. I hope we've answered that okay, Sally. It is a bit difficult, but, 7% in our area. Kathleen has mentioned again, she meant to say that you show the best properties.
Me?
No, us.
Oh,
Well, actually, the word she says meant to say you show the best property. So I'm
nice.
presuming that's quite nice.
yeah. Okay.
In other words, we show a nice selection of properties on the show.
Yeah, we do get that a lot.
Yeah.
I think Almeria offers that selection. We can like one day show you a huge. Oh, I was going to give away something on the new series.
No.
We can show you a really nice like farmhouse, and then the next day show you like a 2-bedroom apartment on the beach. We have that real difference, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is with us as well, with us doing the show, we find this a lot. We have to stop ourselves saying so many things because we really don't want to give things away, do we? We want to, at the end of the day, we want to wait for the show to come out and we want it to be...
We're also contracted, guys. We're not allowed to. We will have a telling off.
Did I sign my contract this year? I'm not sure I've signed it yet. Anyway, okay. So thank you very much, Kathleen. That's lovely. Thank you to say that. Louise Thornton, she said, "Hi, Sharon."
And Sean. Hi, Louise.
They visited Costa del Sol office last Saturday, but obviously we were on a holiday. It was a bank holiday last week. But she says, no worries. She says, but her question is, they hope to be buying next year around this time. How soon do we need to register with you? Now is the answer.
Definitely.
Register with us now. Get to know us. You'll be allocated a member of staff.
Mm-hmm.
Could be one of us. It could be one of our team, and you'll be able to give them all the information that all of your criteria, your budget, any future plans, any dates that you're due to come over, whether you want to film with us because. As true as I'm sitting here, we'll probably go from Series 9 to Series 10.
Yeah.
So the more we get to know you, and the sooner we get to know you, the better. Then all you need to do is leave it with us, and we will do all the hard work. Because I'm telling you now, you will look on that many websites, that many portals, etc., and you'll see all these properties. I would say half of those properties aren't even available currently because, as we know, many agents are keeping their properties on these portals.
Yeah.
They're called feeder properties. They're ways of getting you over. And, there's properties there that, well, actually that brings me to that's a good intro. I actually found this piece of paper. I was doing some tidying out this week and I found one of our adverts from the Euro Weekly. And actually it was from the 7th to the 13th of July 2011.
It shows how often you tidy up then, doesn't it, Mother?
Yeah, it was just on the counter.
Years.
It was just on the counter. But for anybody that's watching this, we used to have a double-page spread. You remember?
Yes, yeah.
And there was a couple of things that sort of was really nice. Thank you, son. Back in those days, we used to have Alicia's column, and she was a tiny baby then. Look, I mean, she was.
Oh
look,
my gosh, I
can you see?
That house.
See, you're looking at the house. I'm looking at Alicia's column. But the houses, I was looking at the prices. I mean, you've got a typical price here of a 3-bed, 2-bath in Arbelhouse, 149,950.
Wow.
Yeah, 169,950.
Well, no, I mean, if you look at it though, do you know, like you've got that villa there, 160. That's really cheap. But then you got that one at like 300,000. Now, in a way, it's funny because I'd probably say that's the sort of year that things were still good. Mm. Then it kind of climbed a little bit and then it crashed a little bit again. But I mean, we have seen the prices go up. Yeah,
the prices have definitely gone up. But as I say, the one thing that made me think about this was a lot of these properties are still on portals and websites. And this is what annoys me because obviously it gives people false hope of what is still available. and certainly not at that price. So the best thing to do is contact us, allow us to do the searching for you. We have a lot of collaborations with the best agents. There's many that we don't work with, but and that's purely because of legalities, but there's many that we do, and let us do the work for you.
Yeah, it's never too soon. I mean, we had this recently. When we went to the property exhibition back at the NEC, and people were coming in saying, "Oh, well, we're probably too soon because we're not looking until next year or even the following year." It's never too soon to register. You know, you can register with us. We'll work with you. It can be too soon to start viewing, because with the way things are moving and properties selling so quickly and the prices are changing. There's no point viewing properties.
It's not fair on the vendors, because obviously, you know, the vendors, they know we're in a very good market at the moment, and to take somebody that's not ready to buy, obviously a lot of our vendors are retired, semi-retired, and they have to clean the houses and get them repaired and that. So we don't want to waste their time. But on the other hand, we don't want to lose sales. So we stay in touch and keep you up to date with the market, etc. And then as soon as you give us a date to come out, then that's when we sit down tirelessly for hours and hours and days and weeks going through the portals, going through the websites, checking out the properties for you, picking them and putting a selection together for you for when you view.
Yeah. I've got to say something though.
Go on.
You ready?
Come on then.
So was that Louise?
That was a Louise Thornton,
Right, so Louise has commented about going to the office on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And the office is closed. So our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 5:30. However, many a days we're still working hours overtime, not a problem. Many weekends, if there's a member of staff or if we're available, we'll always do what we can. But Mother, it really rolled me up.
A rant?
It really rolled me up. Even the cushion flew off.
Sean's rant.
I had this Spanish woman call me today.
Yeah.
And she was ringing about viewing one of our apartments. Now, I hope this comes across the right way. But I think it's important to get across that we do have time off.
Yeah.
Like we do have
We
weekends.
do have to have a break.
And although we are sat at home doing emails
and doing podcasts
and doing things, it's just, you know, our offices are closed. But this woman rang me and she was like, I want to see this apartment Saturday at 7 p.m. I was like, I'm really sorry, but I'm not here this weekend anyway. I know that Andrea, she's moving house, she's not available. And I said, to get a member of staff to agree to do a viewing at 7 p.m. on a Saturday, I was like, it's really difficult. And she just went off on me on the phone. She was like, well, how do you expect me to view? And I'm working during the week. And I just want to get out there, like, we will do whatever we can. You know, if we can help with a viewing, we're here to sell houses and we're here to bend over backwards, however possible. But we do have some time off.
Yeah.
We are allowed to do what we can. And funnily enough, most people in those circumstances come back to us and say, oh, you know, we'll travel on the Friday or we'll meet you on the Monday. And we always find an agreement. But this woman...
Yeah. You will be there at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, well, how do you expect me to buy a house? And I thought, well, my honest answer was, well, if you're doing something as big as and important as buying a property, you know, you'd get a day off work or you'd, you know, have a holiday or like a week in the area so you can explore. But no, it was, I was in the wrong.
Wasn't this a lady that I overheard you saying something like, well, why don't you phone the Mercadona up on a Sunday afternoon and if you can buy a loaf of bread?
Oh, yeah.
You see, I don't talk a lot of Spanish, but I understand a lot of Spanish. And
Well, no, my point was, I said to her,
phone the Mercadona up and see if they'll go in and sell you a loaf of bread.
I mean, it's different in the UK because Tesco's are like 24 hours, but you call the supermarket and say, I need to buy a loaf of bread at 2 a.m., they're going to tell you to
No, I think the point is, I think what you're trying to say is, one, yes, we have a life, and you know that we will do anything for anybody if we can. But also we have a really busy diary. Our diaries are normally booked up for weeks in advance. We have to leave a lot of weekends, obviously, because we do a lot of extra filming. We also, we do a lot of the take-ons of weekends. We do podcasts of a weekend. So it's not that easy for us to say, yeah, we'll be there at 7 o'clock for you. And I think if an agent can just turn around and say, yeah, no problem, I'll be there at 7 o'clock, then they're not a very busy agent. You know, there's got to be a little bit of give and take. So that's,
But our office hours
Yes.
are Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 5:30.
Yeah. Well done.
Next question.
I'm glad you mentioned that one, Louise. Thank you. Right, so Janice Pallet, I would love to know how you made the huge decision. That's a really
You
bad word
almost
for
said
me.
that then. You almost said it.
That's one word I can't say now. I've had these
Decision.
teeth.
It was such a huge decision.
What did when we were filming that time, I couldn't say traditional, could I?
Well, no, you couldn't say traditional. You were like traditional.
Yeah, and then you said, can't you find another word?
No, that was decision. You said, oh, we'll see what decision they make. And I said, choose another word. So you went, let's see what choice they make. I don't think you can say the C's and the...
No.
Yeah, we lost it a bit that time, didn't we?
Right. So, yeah, what made us, Janice Pallet said, what made us decide that we wanted to leave the UK with a family and start a new life in the sun? I can answer that really easy because me and Steve had been talking about it really since the day we met. I've talked about this in other podcasts. Me and Steve have always had a goal in life. And one of the first things that we always discussed was, you know, that in the future that we'd like to live abroad, try something different. And we almost moved to Australia. When I left school, I worked at certain places. And then, as you know, I went into nursing. And at the time, Australia were crying out for nurses, and your dad was in the building trade, so both of us were really, really sought after in Australia, and we went through the whole process of applying to go, and the only thing that stopped us in the end was Nan. Was my nan.
Yeah.
I just couldn't leave her. There was no way that I could be that far away. So we didn't go. But then we made a plan that in the future then, okay, it would probably be somewhere closer, like Spain. So really, I think when we lost my grandmother, I remember sitting down on Western Beach, because we used to have a caravan down there, a static caravan, and I remember sitting down and it was blowing a gale. It was blowing a hoolie. I mean, the good thing about Western-super-Mare Beach is you get a facial every time you go down there. My skin used to be so soft when I come off that beach. And we... Well, you do.
You just see the comments.
And then we were sitting there the one day, and I just said to your dad, I said, look, I can't do this anymore. I can't carry on living the life that I'm living. There's got to be more to life out there than this. And we had a really good life, as you know. We had a lovely house, we had businesses, you know, and the rest of it. But I always knew there was something else. There's something that was missing, and the one thing that was missing was that family. Because we never got to see anybody. I lived 5 minutes away from my sister down the road, and I used to see her once a week, you know. So yeah, I can't say the word. When we decided to move here, we actually came over. We looked for a property, and there was no ahs, or questions about it. We found this property. And that was it. It was 5 weeks later, we were moving in, and our life. Well, we'll actually do a podcast on that. Me and Dad will talk about, all the trials and tribulations, and and in fact, our move was incredible. We had a very good move to Spain, but for me, there was no decision to make. It was the best thing that we've ever done, and we're now 20 years on, and I wouldn't have changed one thing about it.
I mean, the thing for me is the age that you did it.
Yeah,
you were both in your
40.
early 40s. You had 2 teenagers almost.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was a teenager, wasn't I?
You were a teenager.
You had 2 teenagers.
You were a teenager for a very long time, son. Yeah.
Yeah, you had 2 teenagers. You were both in your early 40s. You had a business. You had a house. You had cars. It's a lot to just sort of say, right, let's give all that up and go.
It was a massive risk because it could have all gone downhill, but we, as I say, it's what you put into it. We work hard. We've always worked hard. And we've always had a goal. And I think if you can work hard and set yourself a goal, just keep achieving. The problem is, we're still, we're in our 60s now, and we're still setting goals. And, and hence, why we've just opened the Costa del Sol office. There's, this is what life's about. It's about evolving and enjoying it and making the most of what you've got. Or we could have just sat there and just, said maybe one day I wish I'd have done that, and we're just not that type of people, So, it was a big move, but it's the best thing we could have ever done, and it was based all around wanting more time with the family. It was more quality time. If we'd have moved over here, and our first car when we moved over here was a beat-up old green. Yeah, do you remember it?
Yeah.
It's got a great big dent down the side.
Yeah.
And I've never been happier. I used to love going out because I knew, you know what it was like down in Albox back then. It was like shantytown, and I mean nobody ever put their handbrakes on the cars, did they? So somebody would be smacking in the back of you or in the front of you. You knew that, but everything was just so chilled. And if somebody hit your car, so what?
Yeah, but I think that's because we lived in a very nice house in the UK, and it was a little cul-de-sac, but there was always that competition, wasn't there, between the neighbours?
Yeah.
I mean, we had that one couple that it was always like a constant battle of who had the nicest car on the drive and who had the nicest flowers in the garden. It was like, it was very materialistic. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, over here, we like to live in comfort, and we're very lucky and got nice cars, but I think, as you say, when we got here, it was like just taking it all back to basics.
Absolutely.
It was just, that we were just enjoying ourselves, working hard, and starting a whole new life.
Yeah, building a life.
About it.
Yeah, but that life was built around the family.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
We all work together. We all live really close.
Well, I don't know if we've ever said this on the podcast, but my sister lives 2 doors away. So my mum's got this villa, there's a villa next door, and then the next villa's my sister. Well, the villa next door, so in between my mum and my sister, came up for sale a couple of years ago, didn't it?
I wanted you to buy it.
Straight away. Shaun, buy it. I was like, are you insane? I was like, no, I love you and I'll see you as much as you need, but I am not living next door. Yeah, can you imagine it?
Yeah.
But
yes, most people can imagine it. You don't know how lucky you are.
But I'm talking about, I mean, I would do it now because, I said to you not long ago, there's a villa that's come up for sale that I can see from my window, and I'd love for you to buy it because I'd love for you to be near, and I could just pop in and see the animals and say hello and have a coffee. And I'm very envious of Emma now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it was nice during COVID times because obviously, Alithia and Lucas used to come to the end of the wall, and then we could talk to them, and we weren't allowed to. The most heartbreaking thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and this is a God's honest truth, the thing that said to me, not happened to me, but said to me, was the day when Alicia said to me, "Nanny, can I touch you?"
Yeah,
that broke my heart because she was allowed at the bottom of the. We've got an embankment up to the wall, and they bought me that big like blanket round, and they wrote "Love you" and "Granddad," and it was beautiful.
And I can just see you with your disinfectant sprays. I love you, but you were mental.
But I mean, I remember that. I will never forget that until the day I die, when she turned around and says, "Nanny, can I touch you?" She wanted to hold my hand, and I had to say, "I'm sorry, darling, but you're not allowed to," and it was horrendous.
I think you've just brought a memory back. I think the hardest, or one of the hardest things for me was, it was my 30th birthday, which is meant to be like a big celebration. I didn't see you and Dad because I just didn't want to risk anything. But Emma, it was when you couldn't cross the borders of the towns.
None of us could cross the towns,
So Emma drove to the border of her town. Honestly, Mum.
You see, that's Nan telling us. Every time
guys,
she's here with us.
This is freaking me out. You don't see behind the scenes the amount of creepy things that happen in this house. So Emma drove to the border of her town, and I drove because we could get to the border both of us. And the kids were playing balloons over the border. Yeah. We couldn't actually cross. Yeah. It was the most craziest thing.
I hope you weren't touching the balloons.
They disinfected. I disinfected. We all had face masks on. We were celebrating. And my sister, bless her, she always goes out of her way for my birthday, and she turned up with balloons and banners, but we couldn't physically be together. It was the weirdest thing.
It's hard to think that the world went through that.
And 5 years ago now? Yeah. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway,
yes, we've probably got time for about one or two more.
Right.
So
okay. Right. So top fan Caroline Jane Smith. She said, "What's your favourite area in Almeria and why?" And from watching the show, we visited Mahaka in September and absolutely fell in love with the area.
Very good question. Okay. I'll go first.
Whatever.
So, favourite area. Did you say about favourite area to buy, or just favourite area?
No, just your favourite area and why.
Right, so I've got several answers. My favourite area to buy or to live is obviously where I live. Love Valle d'Este Golf Resort. I absolutely, I just love it there. Mahaka town is, I'd probably say, one of, if not my favourite areas. I think it's just incredible, but somewhere that some people don't even know about, and I don't think I could ever buy there because it's very small and the prices are crazy. But there's a place called Agua Amarga, which is down in the national park.
You go down there quite a bit, don't you?
Oh, it's just, if anyone comes to Almeria and you get a chance to visit, it's spectacular. The beach is there. Another thing that a lot of people don't realise is here in Almeria, we have that national park. It's called Cabo de Gata. And we have, I think, 2 of the beaches there are in the top list of most beautiful beaches in the whole of Spain. Yeah. So if you ever get a chance to go there, it's incredible. Agua Amarga is my
and Mahaka,
favourite.
Obviously, Mahaka won the Ferrero Rocher.
Yes, most beautiful town 2 years ago.
So we're very lucky to live in this area. It is lovely. I mean, I live 3 kilometres outside Albox. Now I used to describe Albox as a scruffy Spanish working town, and what it says on the tin is what it was. But I love that about Albox. I love that it's got that character. It's developed so much in the last 20 years. To have a Deer, an Aldi, a Mercadona, an Action, what was the other one? The one across the road? Rossmann. Come on. I did say if McDonald's moved in, I'm moving out, but no, it's actually really nice. It's developed, and I've seen the people. I've seen children from 20 years ago now adults, and I love this area. I love being in and around Albox. Obviously, I love Mahaka. I think Mahaka's absolutely beautiful, and I haven't found anywhere really along the Spanish coast that even compares to Mahaka. But I actually like Garucha, and that's where we've got our apartment, because you literally overlooks the harbour. Yeah, and again, I just like the culture. Again, I like the culture there. Although I don't like fish. And it's a fishing harbour, isn't it? Most of the restaurants are fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're famous, won awards for their red prawns.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that's it. There's so many places. I mean, Veleth Rubio, one of my favourite inland towns.
Yeah.
You got the big Veleth Blanco castle there, and there's just so many places that it's hard to pinpoint like where's our exact favourite place.
El Saliente, the monastery that we can see from the house, you know, that area is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, the whole of our area, I can't fault any of it, to be honest with you. But yeah, those are our favourite areas anyway.
Last question.
We might have to carry on with this because we've got to answer all these now, or else they're going to be upset. Right, so Susie, as in Sue and then Z-double-E. Sharon, I'd like to know where you're getting your fab clothes from. Well, I can tell you that actually. At the moment, I'm getting them from the Fabric Boutique.
Yes, and I'm going to have a word with Fabric Boutique that needs to start doing men's fashion because...
If you visit their website, fabricboutique.es, yeah, Michelle, she just knows my style. She knows what I feel comfortable in, what suits me, and price-wise, they're fantastic. You know, I mean, I refuse. I used to. I have to be careful. I was wondering if your dad was listening.
I was going to say, let's not tell any lies now, shall we, Mother?
I mean, as you know, a lot of my clothes I bought from Punta Roma. Which is quite a high-end shop here in Spain, but that was purely because of size.
I was going to say they were catering for.
They were catering for my size back then. I don't now have to buy there, which is one good thing, and your dad does love that. Although I still wait for the sales because I do like the clothes. But yes, I get most of my clothes from Punta Roma. I was getting my clothes from Punta Roma, but now down in Costa del Sol, I have found a shop that's a few doors up from me called the Fabric Boutique, and they've got 2 or 3 shops there. They deliver, they post out, I meant. They don't actually come to your house and knock on the door and Michelle goes, there you go, Sharon. They do post, and they post to the UK and all over the place as well. So
I love some of the stuff because it's like it's modern, it's trendy, it's suitable for you because a lot of the stuff is vibrant, and you've always been a person that's not afraid to wear colour and I like it because I think it's pushed your fashion a little bit. It's pushed your limits, or like what you were used to. You'd always wear the same kind of oversized flouncy. Yeah, that's me. What's the word?
It is.
Oh, is it flouncy?
Flouncy,
like oversized stuff. And you've bought some stuff from the Fabric Boutique, which have really been flattering.
Been lovely.
Like really nice fitted stuff.
Yeah. But their caftans are so comfortable. And I tell you, you know, not only do I not cook, I cannot stand ironing. So if I buy clothes, I try and buy stuff that doesn't crease. If it creases, it tends to stay in the back of the wardrobe. I don't even...
And this isn't an advert, by the way, guys. Michelle's not paying us to say this.
No.
This is genuine.
No, I've been asked the question, and it's here. Check on our Facebook page. It's from Susie.
It's a really good shop.
Yeah, so that's where I get my clothes from. There's a fabulous shop also in Albox itself called Glad Rags.
Oh, yeah.
And she does some lovely, Jenny, who runs Glad Rags, she does some gorgeous stuff as well. I've always struggled because of the size, because I've had to go to shops where I've been able to get my size. But I believe Jenny's got a new range in as well, so I'm going to go and have a look at those as well. So, there's, those are the two main. And Primark. I mean, Primark, I tell you something, have you seen how cheap Primark are? They have some fabulous stuff, you know.
Yeah, just the quality's not always 100%.
Yeah, but you're not paying huge prices. So
you can go to a boutique or something, you know, you're getting good quality, and it's not sort of
I tell you what Primark are brilliant for, pyjama sets.
Yes.
I got some beautiful pyjama
and
sets.
Towels. I got some really good towels from there recently.
Yeah, and suitcases. So they're good for suitcases as well. So anyway,
go.
we're going off subject now. So
Right, well,
So is that it? Are we?
have we got a lot left?
We've got. Well, yeah, I think. Do you want to keep going for a bit longer? Because I think we're going to have to finish these. How long have we
Right.
How long have we been going?
Well, we've hit our limit for this episode, so I
Right.
think what we're going to have to do, which we've not done before, but I think what we'll do, guys, is we'll leave this episode here for today, but we will continue filming and we will upload part 2 next week.
Okay, then.
we'll do
well, I
two
will
back to
finish
back.
on. I will finish on a nice one though, if that's okay. So, right, hang on a second. Jacqueline Nelles. Jacqueline,
that so hard to say?
Jacqueline Nelles D has said, "Love you guys and your programme. Thank you, Sharon, for the surprise telephone call from you when you were in the UK. I lived on the Costa Blanca in the early 90s and loved it." So I think when we were doing the NEC, if you remember, I was doing
you rang.
the phone calls and the videos and
People were asking you to call family members.
yeah. So, but I don't remember. I wouldn't have been
Jacqueline.
able to say it. I'd have said hello, lovey.
Yeah. All right, Babs.
All right, Bab. Yeah, because I wouldn't have remembered Jacqueline. Jacqueline. And no, how's
You're
that?
saying it all in one
No,
word?
yeah, it's one word. Look, how do you say that?
Oh, my leg.
Jacqueline
Jacqueline.
and Nelles.
What?
There you go.
Jacqueline Jacqueline Ellis.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Ellis?
Yeah.
Or is that the surname and the name's D? Is the name D?
Probably. Well, you know who you are, and I know who you are now, and it was my pleasure to give you a call. But I definitely wouldn't have said that. I'd have gone, all right, lovey. Okay, so I think, we need to carry on with these. So shall we do a part 2 next week?
Yes.
Yeah.
So make sure when you've watched this episode, hold out for next week. And if we haven't answered your question yet, it will be in part 2, which will come out 1 week from today. So, thank you ever so much, everyone. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really, really does help. And it's completely for free.
Yes.
We don't charge you anything.
No.
Yet.
No. I mean, our YouTube channel is growing, and it's fabulous to see people commenting on there. And it's really nice, and it does help us, guys. It really does. It what's the algorithms? It helps. That's it goes straight over my head. Anyway, I hope you've had a shazza tingle, and and we will start the next podcast with Dee Hardman. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Right, guys. We'll see you in next week's episode.
Okay.
Right, see you
Take care,
later.
everybody.
Adios.
Thank you. Bye.